Perhaps I think you should tell us two things now. First, you have to unmask yourself. Tell us which political party you belong to. And secondly, what exactly do you see in this measure that makes you believe so strongly that it will work out this time, not forgetting that a whole lot of people have called us a committee of strange bedfellows.
First of all, I'm unapologetically a member of the CPC. Unapologetically so. I am, that is, I have, that is not even a secret. I'm an open member of the Congress for Progressive Change. I'm unapologetically so. That's one. And two, why do I see this merger working as against other political mergers in the past is that the mistake a lot of people make, they think that it's only the political parties that are interested in the merger. The political parties were pressured into this merger by the voices of Nigerians all over the country. They are simply tired, and a multi-party democracy does not provide a clear-cut, viable alternative to the monster they call the PDP. So they are left with a choice. When there's a multi-party democracy in a society like Nigeria where there is no democratic culture, then there's a tendency to be a one-party domination. But when serious political parties come together and they march, yes, they are strong bedfellows. But aren't there strange bedfellows in the PDP as well? I mean, even if you go to civilized democracies like the United States of America, there are people who are in like two different camps, but in the same Republican Party or Democratic Party, for example. We have conservative Democrats and we have liberal Democrats. We have moderate Republicans and we have conservative Republicans. So they are not, you don't have to agree all the time. But the driving interest should be the survival of the democracy and the institutionalization of the culture of democracy and good governance entirety. And I think that is what is the driving zeal behind the different political parties that have come together. So I think it's going to work this time, if not for anything else, but the fact that this country really needs a rescue. And this is a very important and critical step.
So
it's the most important step. It's not the only step that has to be taken, but it's the most important step.
You identify yourself as a member of the CPC under the, I don't want to say umbrella, but I'm looking for a bigger word, of the APC, under the APC. Is that how it works now?
Well, this is just an agreement. The APC is an agreement between the political parties. It has not gone through the legal process yet of being officially a political party. But yes, I'm a member of the CPC, a potential member of the APC once it is registered by the Independent National Electoral Commission. You can say that again and again.
So perhaps maybe, you know, on the big day, there's always been the talk about recognition or confusion for some people, because it's just not only the politicians who will go out there and cast their votes. So how well have maybe all the political parties that have come under the APC taken this seriously, knowing full well that you have to go on a serious enlightenment campaign for the people to understand what exactly APC is about?
Well, like I said earlier, unfortunately, we're in a country where we do not have democratic culture. There are three rallying points in every political society all over the world. The number one, it's ideas. Those are usually found in civilized and mature democracies like the United States or the United Kingdom, where you have either a liberal idea or a conservative idea, and then you have people rally around those ideas. Number two, which is more crude, is politics of identity. Either you have a religion, which we see in Tunisia right now, or all across the Middle East, you have Islamist parties, or you have Christian parties in some European countries, or ethnicity. And thirdly, you have the rallying point of an individual, where you have people like Mahatma Gandhi of India, or Martin Luther King, They were not political. They were not partisan political icons, but they were a driving force that people can coalesce around and then identify. Unfortunately, we are in a country where ideas are not going to flow because we don't have very enlightened electorate yet. What we do have, and the only thing people understand easily, is a person that can win an election, unfortunately by hook or by crook. Now, these parties come together. It is easier for us now to go out on an enlightenment because the basic things that needs to be done are not rocket science. Everybody knows them. All the PDP needed to do for the last 12 years that have been in power was to fix basic things that people have agreed needed to be fixed. And even that has become a Herculean problem for them. And so the disappointment is out there in Nigerians, and so the enlightenment becomes easier for us, especially when we are not competing with other political parties that we share the same ideas with. We're all progressive, we came together, and we can enlighten people because there are already structures on ground. AMPP, for example, has been in existence since 1999. ACN, I think, since about 2006 or 2007. They are well grounded in the Southwest. The AMPP are well grounded in the North. The ABGA is well grounded in the Southeast. And CPC is well grounded almost in the North as well, the Northwest and the Northeast and some parts of the North Central. So all we need to do is just put our heads together, try to see how we can use the structures that are already in the ground and enlighten people and entrench this democratic culture. And most importantly, political parties cannot be just a conglomeration of people who are seeking political offices. It cannot just be a launching pad for people who are seeking positions. It has to be an institution that rears democratic culture and then gives birth to leaders going forward. And that's exactly what this APC wants to do 15, 10, 20 years ahead. But first of all, like you said, we have to dislodge PDP. And that has to be done in 2015.
Yeah, but that's again why people say if your plan is just to dislodge PDP, they're just afraid that it may just crumble even before it starts. You have to have concrete plans concerning what you want to do, how you need to take the country forward.
But I told you, Chamberlain, I told you that is not the only plan. I told you that in every strategy you have to prioritize. You have to put number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. You have to decide what comes first. And in a very uncultured democracy, what comes first? What do people understand more? That is not our only priority. In fact, we have a list of priorities going forward. I told you to entrench democratic culture, to give birth to good governance and accountability. But what do we have to do first? We can't do all things at the same time. What has to be done first? It cannot be, it's not our only priority. It's just one of the priorities. It comes first because it is a critical step. And then it has to be about driving zeal. If you go around all over the country and you ask people on the social media or even in one-to-one conversation you have with people, what is the one thing that they want to see in 2015? The first thing they will tell you is we want to see PDP out. First and foremost, before anything else, then we can discuss the rest later. That's what people are saying, and this is not the political party saying it. These are people that don't even participate in politics. They're just voters, or they want to vote, but they want to see a credible alternative to PDP.
Well, 2015, you intend to give the PDP a run for its money. What if you do not succeed? How do you proceed from there?
I didn't get the last part of your question. If we don't succeed, what happens then? Is that what you said?
How do you proceed from there? Since that is the very first step and it's critical to moving forward, how do you proceed from there if you do not succeed in 2015?
Well, it's very simple. If you prioritize stuff, you have a list of priorities. Say this one comes first, this one comes second, third, fourth, fifth, and then the first one doesn't work out, you just go down to the second one. It's not a big deal.
So
you work it, but you have plan A and you have plan B.
Sorry to interrupt you there, but success on the second, or moving on to the second step, is not predicated on the first, is it?